Good evening. Welcome to our Sunday night chat live stream. Thanks for bearing with us. We were a couple of minutes late, but I mean, once again, it's always really annoying when I'm trying to do a live from home because technical issues are always there. Everything is fine until you're about to go live, and then it's like it always goes belly up. But we've all sorted it out, and so hope your Sunday evening is going well. We're going to talk about stuff that's coming up on the channel. We're talking about a lot of travel questions that you guys always send me so many messages about. We're going to try and talk about some of those. The wonderful, sexy, gorgeous, vivacious, beautiful wife of mine called Gaby is joining me in the chat. She's here. She's not joining me. Vivacious. I don't use that word very often, do I? I should use it more. We are going to be putting some of your comments on the screen as well. So, yeah, do come and say hello. Let's see who we've got in this evening. We've got... can you see this chat, Gaby, on the screen?
I can see it on mine.
You can probably see it on there.
Bits of it, yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to talk about some videos that are coming up. We're also going to be talking to you guys, a Sunday evening chat, because you said that you do like these. So I thought I would pop on and say hello. G&T, I like that phrase. A G&T on a Sunday evening.
Way, gin and tonic.
I'm just going to quickly just share this. First of all, let's talk about, what was it that was coming up? About the Crane Hotel. Before we get and do some chats. But the Crane Hotel in Amsterdam, so many people have been sending me so many messages about it, and they're all saying how bad it was. And actually, when I was staying there, it wasn't that bad. But when I look back at the footage, for the price that I paid, I kind of do think to myself, yeah, it could have been a little bit better. But we'll talk about what happened in the restaurant a little bit later on as well. Gaby, just do some chats while I just quickly just share this.
Right, do some shout outs. I'm going to start from the bottom to the top. So we've got Amanda Beach, we've got all the mods as well. So thank you so much to the mods. You're really sharp. I've noticed that already. So well done to you guys.
Respect
and
to the
mods.
mods.
Giving up your time. Linda Holmes, Anne-Marie Elton, Snowy Joe, Daniel, Paul Hansen, Lynn Tilmuth, Gaz, Lewswood, Wilder's here, Roy Levo, I don't know if I pronounce this right, Slowinski, Mark Wood, David Purser, Karen Wilkinson, Joanne J, Anne Jeffries, David Lockwood, Carly Avery, Jules C, Julie McGarty, Andy Mullaney, Sean Burgess, Lisa Pryor, Valderg, I don't know if I pronounced that right or not. Sorry, if I'm pronouncing names wrong, I do apologise. Shane Newport, Lucy Purvis, Ian Block has sent in a super chat, so thank you so much for that, and says, evening Tim and Gaby, hope you're all well. Tim, have you checked out the hotel run by Robots, in Japan? There's a few YouTube videos about it. We've got Eugene McGeever, Kira Northcott and Lynn Kershaw. Well, anyway, what about that then? The hotels in Japan run by robots.
Yeah, I did see that actually, and I was kind of often thinking, hang on, I just need to do something here.
Craig, thank you for sending in 5 Walk With Me memberships. It's very kind of you. Hi to Deirdre, hi to Aaron, hi to Jenny Meadham again, Justine Burchett, Charlotte 19, Sue Terry, Bill, Michael, John Dennis, Connor Pierce, Jacko, Kim Collier, sorry, I do apologise, Paul Transanu, C Kitch.
It's like being at a school.
It feels like ticking it off
register.
On the register.
You do such a good job. Just want to say thank you so much for the super chat with Ian. Look at that. See how that came up on the screen? It actually went. Look how it's coming up. Yes. You'll see it in a second. Even Tim, Gaby, hope you're well. Tim, have you checked out the hotel? Yeah, you've just said that. I'm just sorry. Yes, by the running members. I'm actually fingers crossed looking to do a bit of Japan. Maybe September time. So yeah, I will be looking forward to staying in some of those hotels. However, I have read all the information about bed bugs over there, but they're everywhere anyway, so let's not go on about that. But yeah, thank you very much for the channel members as well. Carly Thomas has been a channel member now for 7 months.
Wow.
Walk Me Advance. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Craig as well, thank you for your gift for
right.
channel membership as well.
I've already done that one, so you're all right there. I've already thanked Craig for that, so I'm on it.
So first of all, just very quickly, there has been a few comments, not that many, but there's been a few comments that said, I think that you need to change the name of the channel from Walk With Me Tim to something else. And I'm like, well, the thing is...
To what? What are they suggesting?
I don't know, travel with me team or something. But as I
Walk
always,
with me, talk with me.
because the channel's been going for so long, I thought, well, I can't really change it now,
Stay
and I
with
don't
me,
want to.
Tim.
Do you think it'd be a good idea?
Well, I don't think you can really. I mean, that's like.
Well, you can. You
I
can
don't know,
rebrand, but I don't know whether I want to.
I
Tell me
don't
what
think
you think in the
need to
comments, whether you think...
rebrand. No, but I just don't think the
that'd be a
channel will
good
be
idea.
recognisable if you rebrand. I mean, it's like if Elton John changed his name, I'm not comparing you to Elton John, but if Elton John changed his name, then, like, no one would know who he was.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that because they're saying, well, we're not really walking with you, but as I always try to do in the videos, it's still kind of that immersive experience when you are walking with me. So I'll still keep it anyway. But
yeah, keep
everyone's a critic. Craig Cargill, have you ever thought about any more on a cruise this year? We are thinking about it, and in fact, it's very exciting because Tuesday and Wednesday, me and Gabby are off to film a couple of videos that are going to be very exciting. But I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to spoil it. But hence to say, we will be doing a live next weekend, and hopefully you'll be able to come and join us because we are returning to the Star of the North, the Las Vegas of the UK, Blackpool. Yeah. Normally we go to Blackpool in February, but we haven't been able to get there as yet. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that.
Claire B, thank you so much for your super chat. You are both amazing, Claire B says. Thank you. You're amazing too, Claire. I hope you're doing well. We've got Coco, Darren Coleman, David Dunning, Out and About with David. We've got MZ. We've got Bruce. Red is definitely your colour, Gabby. Thank you so much, Bruce. Elizabeth Pearson.
Hey, have you noticed we've colour coordinated?
That was an accident, really, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a bit of an accident.
Just quickly, Michael said you should do more high-class hotel reviews like Claridge's Hotel or the Ritz. Michael, I have done a video on the Ritz. Just goes to show that it might have 1 million views, but some people still have not seen it. It is on the channel. And yes, the thing is that you've got the people that love the worst rated hotels, and then you've got the people that love the more expensive hotels. But there'll always be a bit of a mix up. I am planning to do a worst rated hotel in about a week's time. The only problem I have with them is a lot of the worst rated hotels, they kind of know who I am, so they're either going to stop me filming or it's going to be awkward. But I'm still going to try and persevere. We'll see how the land lies, but I will be returning to a worst rated hotel that has had even more worst reviews than I ever thought it was possible to before, if that makes sense. And I'll see if they're actually that bad. But it is kind of weird going back to them because I feel like, well, I've already been to them. Can I really show much more? And as you know, with the Grand in Scarborough, I did.
It'd be nice
and I'll
to
take
know,
my black
though,
light with me as well.
If they've taken any of your review on board and maybe patched up things that have not, looked quite great. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think they will, but though, darling, to be honest.
That's a shame though, isn't it? Because some of these worst rated hotels, obviously you can see they used to be really, really grand. So I just think it's a shame really that they don't take these things on board.
Emma says, you love you both of your channels, and where are you staying in Blackpool? It's a toss up. There is a couple of places we want to stay in Blackpool. There's the Imperial, the Big Blue, or the Boulevard. As yet, we don't know, but obviously, not like we're going to say it and then people are going to be turning up at the door going, "Is Walk Me Tim here?" Which they wouldn't. But I don't know yet. One of those three. I haven't stayed in the Imperial. Obviously, the Imperial in Blackpool used to be one of those hotels that all the stars used to go and stay in. Like the Beatles actually stayed in the Imperial in Blackpool. Did you know that? Yeah, they did.
No.
Loads of other...
I didn't.
It's gone very quiet. So we are here with Casper. Now,
and
very quickly...
Holly.
Yeah, very quickly as well. Just say hello to Barry. Barry, I appreciate that. Top up the fund.
Oh, thank you, Barry.
We've had so many questions about where Casper was during the Ritz, and we'll reiterate again, which we've said so many times I've had to answer it, and coming up in future videos, he was with a babysitter. And at some of these very expensive hotels, they are also a bit of a rip-off with the babysitter, but because it's just me and Gabby, there's nothing else we can do. We have to pay. For example, a hotel that we're planning
to bring my mum. She might like a little trip to Ritz or somewhere like that.
The mother-in-law. So as I was saying, it costs quite a lot of money, but there's no other option. So, and obviously because we want to go and film the experience of the evening as well, so we probably try and just do it for a couple of hours. But the hotel that we're planning to stay in has said a minimum of 4 hours.
Hello, Smidge.
Smidge, flipping cat. If it's not a baby like crying, it's the cat. He never comes in. So yeah, it's a minimum of 4
He's always at
hours.
my coffee mornings.
They're
He's
charging
always there.
£75 an hour for babysitting at this hotel, and it's a minimum of 4 hours. So we're like, what do we do?
Well, you're like, what do we do? I'm like,
We've kind
whatever.
of got to do it, which is a bit annoying. Hey, welcome to Jamie, who is a new channel member.
Yay.
Jamie Graham, welcome to Walk With Me Advance. I appreciate your support, Jamie. Thanks for that.
The Wright family have been channel members for 29 months.
Oh, got to say hello to the Wright family because I saw
Norwich Airport.
I saw Norwich Airport when I flew
Yeah.
from Norwich Airport. The Wright family was there as well, and so I saw them. Had a bit of a chin wag. They love watching your coffee mornings.
Do you?
Yeah, they do. So hello to you guys.
They say, hi guys, you consider returning to Pontins.
But I love the fact that people are saying Smidge was on the camera. What, darling?
Yes, he was on the camera. Are you considering returning to Pontins?
There is only like one Pontins left now, so that may be a little bit difficult. But there is the one in Weston-super-Mare. You wanted to go to Weston-super-Mare, so I could tie it in with there.
Because there's something going on in that direction, isn't there?
Craig says, what editing suite or app do you use for your videos? I'm looking to start a channel. I would love how your videos, and I love how your videos are edited. I use Final Cut Pro X. What do you use, Gaby, to edit your videos?
iMovies. That's
iMovie is great as well. You can get that. Is that free?
But sometimes
It's
I do
free, isn't it?
like. I keep mine quite simple, but if I ever like want to go into a little bit more intense, then I might go onto like Canva and jazz a few bits up and then download them and upload them to iMovie. So yeah, it all depends on what I'm doing, whether it be like something like I did with my mum the other day where I was doing like a Q&A, or whether it's going to be like a proper vlog. So it varies, to be honest.
But iMovie is great. Filmora is also great, and you can edit those on your phone as you go. I mean, you don't have to have the fancy editing software. I personally just like to use it just because of the features that it has. But you don't have to use that. I mean, like, it's no reflection on Gaby's videos, but like, you can film some really amazing quality edits and stuff like that with what Gaby uses, the same as you would on Final Cut Pro.
Well, yeah, the thing is, one of the reasons I wouldn't use your software is because obviously you use yours on a Mac and I do all mine via my phone because it's quicker for me.
Yeah.
Because everything is recorded, stays on the phone, and I just do it from there. Whereas otherwise I've got to transfer everything. But Tim, you use a separate camera, whereas I just use my phone.
Peggy says, hello from Michigan. Gaby and Tim just love both of your channels. Are you... Oh, and you are you? And you are such wonderful parents. Love watching you both, Casper and Holly.
Oh,
thank you
you
so much, Peggy.
Ellie says, do Iberostar. Their hotels are the best.
Iberostar.
Did I pronounce that right?
Iberostar? Something like that.
Iberostar?
I haven't stayed in one of those, actually.
Well,
Craig's...
that's actually quite a good one, actually, because we were talking about all the different chains that you've done, like the Premier Inns and then the Hiltons and stuff like that. The Best Westerns. So maybe that would be quite a good one to do, actually. So that's a good suggestion, actually, Ellie.
By the way, how many thumbs up have we got? Don't know. It doesn't say. We've got 1.5k watching, so if you hit the thumbs up, even if you're watching on replay, it does help me out enormously. Craig says, have you been in the new indoor market in Blackpool and treat thumps? Is there a new indoor market in Blackpool?
Oh, is that where the car park was, behind Sea Life Centre?
It hasn't been built yet, I didn't think. Maybe
I'm
I'm
not
wrong.
sure if it's been built yet, Craig.
Emma, thank you for gifting some memberships as well. And Jonathan, welcome to Walk With Me Beginner. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate that. Now, this is interesting because I've been approached by a cruise company to try out one of their cruises. And it doesn't sound as amazing as you might think. But I've done some research.
I hope they're watching and you just said that. They might be
No, I'm just looking at the comments. No, what I mean is all the perks and stuff like that, which you might think, wow, you got a free cruise, but obviously they want they want a video out of it, so it's not completely free. But there's like a tier of cruises, isn't there? If you would think that I don't know, your Royal Caribbean's at the top, what would you have at the bottom? And the thing is there's so many cruises to choose from. There's like a P&O cruise, you know, there's Celebrity Cruises, Star Cruises, there's Virgin Cruises. Did you know that the Ritz Carlton also have a cruise ship?
No.
And I checked that out, I checked that out, and the prices for it start at around about £8,000 for a really nice room. I was like, wow, that's just ridiculous. This is an interesting question. Tom says, have you got any holidays booked as a family?
Just about, almost.
What we like to do every June, we love to do Ibiza.
We're in discussion, aren't we?
Yeah, and we love to do Ibiza.
We've had a lot going on, haven't we? So, like, we've only just took a moment to go, do you think we should do this?
Yeah, and I think that we want to try a TUI holiday and bring that. And the problem is that every time we try and do a holiday, we try it with filming, it does kind of get in the way with having family time, doesn't it? And you get annoyed because I'm like always filming.
I think it's only natural to feel a bit like that, because I think it's really important to have that quality family time. And I think when we were recording, and I vlog too, so I held my hands up, but I think that it's really, I think you can easily, get carried away with work and then forget while you're there, can't you?
Well, I don't, because I'm always thinking I know what I've got to do. So people always ask me, where do I book? Oh, by the way, Doctor Who fan, welcome to Walk Me Beginner. Thank you very much for your support.
Yeah, welcome.
And also Stephen Hill, Tim, I'm new to the channel. If you are new to the channel, pop it in the comments and we'll come and say hello. Nightbot, yes. Thank you. Sorry, darling.
I was going to say, Nightbot's not a fan.
How do you know?
I guess he's not. I know these things. Castles and Camping, thank you so much for your super chat. Mason, Oxford Castle/prison filmed Bad Girls.
That's their channel name.
No. That's what it's Castles and Camping, but they were just saying maybe that's some. Is that like a hotel that you could visit? Is that what you mean?
Oh, I see. Right. Okay. Yeah.
Peggy Spungden. Hang on, did I can't get this one right. Peggy I think it's Spungen or Spungen. I've got to pronounce that right.
Don't say it wrong.
No, got to be careful. Hello from Michigan, Gabby and Tim. Just love both of your channels. You are such wonderful parents. Love watching you and Tim with Casper and Holly. You didn't read that one out, did you? Or is that one very similar?
Yeah, I did read that out.
Oh, well, thank you anyway, Peggy. I do apologise.
Fly25 Productions.
How did you pronounce her surname? I'm intrigued.
I didn't. I just said her first name.
That's actually quite wise, Tim, when we're in those situations.
Thank you for your channel. Are you going to return to Dubai? I would love to see your review of the new Atlantis Royal Hotel. It looks amazing. Well, it's funny that you should say that, because I've just booked some flights to Dubai, and that is one of the hotels that I'll be reviewing, along with the Atlantis, which, although I did the water park last time, I didn't review that hotel. There is one thing I'm a bit nervous about. I don't know if anyone has seen it. It's been a documentary recently on BBC Three about three guys that got, it was in the press and everything, that got not accidentally, but they got kind of framed for doing something they shouldn't have done. And I also saw in the news, I don't know if you saw this, but a TikTok star has been arrested in Dubai for shouting at her car rental. I think she's swearing a little bit, and she could face.
Good job, I'm not going there.
She could face time in prison, because did you know that in Dubai it is illegal to shout and swear? There's road rage or anyone else, and it doesn't feel like the punishment fits the crime. But when you're in someone else's country, you've got to
shout at you though. There.
Well, not the law. She was at a car rental place, and apparently the car rental people were shouting at her, and she shouted back. But then the police were called, and all hell broke loose. And reading that story, you feel really bad for her, because the problem is when you're freaked out about going. I've never been freaked out before because of all these stories coming on. I'm just like really starting to get freaked out.
You feel like you could just be living life normally, and you could get in trouble for doing something you're not even realising you're doing.
Then the problem you have is the fact that when you're over there, the British government can't really do much, because you're in another country and you have to respect their rules. And if you don't know their rules, then that's kind of your own fault. But it can be something that you do by mistake. Your cousin lives out in Dubai.
Yeah.
If you don't keep your car clean, you can get a ticket for that as well. You can get a fine for not keeping your car clean. There should be people around here actually that gets a fine for not keeping your car clean.
My car always needs a wash. Always.
So yeah, that's yes. So Dubai videos will be coming up again. So look out for them.
Gary Thorpe says, can I ask what site you booked Hard Rock Cafe Tenerife? The one where you can pick your room and actually see the view. I went on their official site, couldn't see it.
Say that again, sorry, darling.
So Gary says, can I ask what site you booked the Hard Rock Cafe Tenerife? The one where you can
I booked it direct.
He said he went direct but couldn't find the room. It might be because
it's a certain tier. It's a certain tier of room. It's the upper level rock star status that you have to book one of those rooms in order to choose the room that you want. It's pretty good that you can do that, but yeah, you have to have that tier in order to book it. And you can also, weirdly, you get to see what the room would look like at sunset looking out, and also what it looks. It's amazing to do that. It's one of those options that you never knew you wanted when booking a hotel room.
Can I ask you a quick favour, sexy pants?
Do you need to go to the toilet?
No.
I thought you was going to say you need to go to the toilet. You want some water?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Just pass my bottle. That'll do, darling. Thank you. Thank you.
There you go. Yeah, sorry. Just quickly say hello to Gabrielle. I appreciate your super chat there. Wow, thank you so much for your support.
Wow, thank you, Gabrielle. Thank you.
Is it Gabrielle?
Gabrielle?
Yeah.
Well, I should know. Calvin S, thank you so much for yours as well. Your first super chat. Hi to me, Gabby. Are we heading to Gibraltar with you once more this year?
Yes.
Maybe.
We were talking about that today, actually,
Maybe.
hopefully. Jessica Wills, good evening. Subscribed a few months ago. Your videos usually stay on in the background of studying for my A-levels and provide great motivation.
Oh, that's good.
Thanks,
that's
Jessica.
Really lovely.
So you don't watch them, they're just on in the background. Okay.
Ben McSparren has been a chum for 5 months. Walk with me advance. Thanks for the top quality content. Love supporting you both. Ben, we love you being part of the family.
I appreciate your support.
And the Louder family.
Let's say hello to Jason, who is new to the channel.
Hello,
Jason.
Jason.
See, even Casper said hello as well. Any plans to come to my country, Spain? Lovely places in Alcudia and northern Spain, says Sophie. I love coming to Spain every summer. I have been planning to go to Madrid for ages. It's just all depending on time. But yeah, hopefully. Now, people always ask me in the chat, where do I book my flights? And obviously, the first place that I go to is Skyscanner. I know that you can read some places that Google flights and you can do that. But to be honest, there's not really much in it. The only thing I would say is, and I was doing this when I was trying to book my flight to Dubai yesterday, if you go and search for a flight and then you don't book it then and you come back to it, the flight will have changed. Definitely. The price will have probably gone up and you'll be like, what's going on? Why? Go to incognito mode, right, on your browser, and you'll be surprised that the price will then be as you originally found it. It's I don't know what it is, it's tracking or whatever, but it's a clever way of trying to get you to pay for a seat a more rate than you would do normally. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, it makes
I found that happen so many times. That's even worked with On the Beach. We did that before. Do you remember? And I said, hang on, that price was different yesterday.
Yeah.
Let's go and log in upstairs on the computer and go to incognito mode on Chrome, and lo and behold, the price was there again. There you go. Just goes to show.
It's naughty. Well, I hope I pronounced this person's name right. If I am Shamina, I hope I pronounced that right. That was a tricky one. Has sent in a super sticker. Thank you so much for that. That's much appreciated. Magnus Foss says, love your channel. Me and my wife are going to it. Oh my God, I don't know why. I just can't read anybody's writing today. I can't pronounce these words. I feel really thick today.
It's because that's quite small, Dan.
No, it's just they're just complicatedly written words. I've never heard of the place Interrail. Interrail? Have you heard that
Show
before?
me where you're looking.
Is it Interrail or Interial? I don't know if I'm pronouncing.
That does look like Interrail.
Interrail, Scotland, Wales and England this summer. Looking forward to British hotel reviews. I just can't pronounce half of these things. I'm so...
Yeah, again, a lot of people are going, are you moving away from the UK and not doing stuff in the UK? Of course I will, and especially towards the summer. It'll be really ramping up with holiday parks and places to go and some of the amazing places in the UK. But the winter's just not the best place. And obviously I try and give you guys content that hopefully you'll be like, wow, I didn't even know that place existed. Like the video that's coming up on Friday. Where's the furthest you have been as a family? I'm in Kuala Lumpur at the moment. Lumpur.
LA, I think, as a family.
I think you'd love it there. Malaysia is amazing.
LA is the furthest we went as a family?
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah,
it would be.
Yeah.
Los Angeles.
It's Peggy has actually corrected. It's pronounced Peggy Spongin.
Oh, okay, sorry.
And Peggy has become a channel member, Walk With Me Advanced. So welcome, Peggy. It's great to have you
Peggy.
on board.
I appreciate your support. When are you going to Blackpool? We're going to Blackpool this weekend, and we'll obviously be doing a live. Hopefully, is the signal okay? What's it like on your phone?
It's fine.
Is it? It's just probably because some people are just, I don't know. But we are live from home. We're on the home Wi-Fi, and that can be a bit dodgy at times. Will I still be doing the live walks from Seaside? Yeah, definitely in the summer. Obviously, when people are watching some videos like the Ritz, and then they come and see that. But I try and keep the content still what we do with the hotel reviews. But obviously, I'll still do the Seasides because it's part of what I am. And obviously, hotel reviews and walking around the seaside. I love doing anyway. We live by the seaside, so yeah, you're bound to.
Yeah. Hi, Tim and Gabby. Hi from West Somerset, Carla and James. Hi to you two. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Here's an interesting question, Gabby. Tim, can you retire
Can
early?
retwine?
Can you retire early in life from doing YouTube if you get good money? Well, I'm yet to see that, but yeah, maybe.
Could you imagine?
Maybe if
What
you.
would we do if we retired? Travel?
But then I'd want to do videos.
Yeah, that's the thing.
The sound is so low. Is it?
I just think if
I
you're doing a job
apologise.
you enjoy, you never want to retire, do you? Really, if you're enjoying it. But I can't pronounce this either. What is wrong with me today?
It's Bartholomew. Omac.
Are you sure it's Bartholomew? It's spelled
Bartholomew. We apologise.
Omac.
That's. Did you what?
No, I did. I'm like trying to read it.
Anyway, did we stay?
I don't know if I pronounced it right.
At the legendary Chateau Marmont in Marmont. I always say that wrong.
Marmont.
Chateau
People
in
think
LA.
you can't read.
Well, I am a little bit dyslexic.
I know, but I'm not. So what's my excuse?
And you haven't had any wine. This is water, not vodka in here. No, I haven't. But yes, I'm planning to go to LA and do a lot of hotels around California. There's like a Barbie hotel I'm planning to stay in. There's the Queen Mary 2. There'll be more content from America, so hopefully you'll look forward to that as much as I will. But that is a place. A lot of people keep asking me to go and stay in the Celia Hotel. What's it called? That hotel where that lady was unfortunately found not alive in one of those water butt things. I forgot what it's called now.
What?
Someone will tell me in the comments in a second. Celia Hotel. Celsius Hotel, something like that. Apparently it's been shut, but I'm going to try and reach out to the organisation / company who currently own it, who do sometimes allow people to go in. But there isn't actually anything in there. That's the only thing. And it's had some famous hotel residents in the past, not of which have been very nice.
Lisa May Stanbury just sent in a super chat. It says, hi, I'm going to do the Race for Life for Cancer on the 12th of May. Well done to you, Lisa. That's a good thing to do. Judy Smart says, Tim and Gabby, you should go to Filey in the east of England. You've done Filey, right?
No, I haven't.
Near Filey, though. Yeah, you have. Robin Hood's Bay. That's near Filey, isn't it?
Yeah, but I haven't done that. Just very quickly to Clarissa. Hello, Tim and Gabby. Greetings from New Mexico. Watching the stream while studying for uni. Love all your videos. Have a nice week. Thanks so much for your super chat, Clarissa. What are you studying? I don't understand.
Travel and tourism, I bet.
I don't understand how people can study. I never used to.
Oh,
I couldn't do it. It wouldn't go in. So respect
I can't
to you.
even read a book because I get halfway down the page and I'm like,
bored.
well,
You want to do a book read where you're not.
Shopping tomorrow? What am I doing tomorrow? And then I've like read. I'm actually reading it, but I'm thinking of something else.
I know what you mean,
Terrible.
though.
I'm absolutely terrible.
That happens to me a lot.
No, I'm alright watching a movie, but books I can't.
Would you go back to Gran Canaria? Definitely.
We are going back to Gran Canaria this year on holiday.
P.
Oh, we forgot about that holiday, didn't we? We are going to Gran Canaria.
That's the only one we've actually have booked.
Yeah.
So
RM sent in a super chat for the first time and says, my GF, which if any of you don't know, a GF is a girlfriend, Maddie, in brackets superfan, converted us to your channel last year where we were Nuki. Please can you persuade her to go back so I can surf?
Oh, I have yet to go down to Nuki. Yes, definitely, because it's like you don't feel like you're in the UK.
Maddie, go back.
This is an interesting question. I always get this question all the blooming time, and I answer it all the time. Why do you always ask about how many people can fit in the shower? Love your videos, Amber.
Because we're swingers.
We are swingers.
We're swingers. We love it.
Who?
Enough of it. Yeah, baby. Sorry, I forgot I went on a coffee morning and I was
We are not swingers. Again, what kind of laugh was that? I just judge, obviously, how many people you can get in the shower just to give you an idea of how big it is, because sometimes the camera doesn't show.
Prikey86 has sent in a super chat and says, running the London Marathon in 8 weeks today. Wish me luck. Go on, girl. Do you know what? I think it's really lovely that people are actually doing that. I can't even run at the corner, so well done for you guys.
Yeah, but you've got asthma.
I used to be a good runner at school and I had asthma. It's laziness. What it is if you don't run for a while, when you do run, it is tiring.
How many thumbs up have we got? Can you give the video a thumbs up if you are watching this, even on replay? It does help it out.
Let us know how many thumbs up we've got. Christine Parsons has been a channel member for 23 months. Evening Tim and Gabby.
Christine,
evening to you,
thank
Christine.
you so much for your support.
Great support.
Jamie says, have you ever done or considering doing an underwater hotel? Love the channel, by the way.
Yes, you did, didn't you?
What?
Dubai. That was going to be an underwater one, weren't it? Or part underwater.
Yeah, there is. Loads of people have been sending me this underwater hotel that a very big YouTuber have done, but that's around about $15,000 a night. And I can't stretch to that. I don't know if you've noticed, but most of my videos, I've only ever stretched to around about $1,000, $1,500. I haven't really spent much more than that.
You mean that's possible, is it?
What, 15 grand for one night?
No, I mean to spend more than...
Well, is it possible? Only if you guys watch the videos. Just get a few more...
No, what I mean is, are there hotels out there that actually charge in that?
Oh, darling, the hotel that we're staying in... on Tuesday, their rates go up to they go up to about £12,000 for a night in a hotel in London. You'll see which hotel that is. Oh my!
And I guess we're not staying in that one, are we?
We are. Well, we're not staying in that room, but yeah. Jason says
we'll probably be like the people at the bottom of the shoe when we go in there, because we're probably staying in the lower, which is fine, and I totally respect that.
You'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
341k watching. I don't think there is. That's how many subscribers. Sorry, darling. And only 754 likes. Can we get to 1,000 likes? That would be good. I had to say that. Andrew May, thank you so much for your super chats, even though you didn't say anything, but we appreciate it anyway. I appreciate the support there. Thank you. JK, you don't have to say anything. Yeah, you don't have to. It's that feel good feeling, isn't it? JKW105 has been a channel member for 3 months and says, woo, 3 months member. And we say, woo, back to you. How long have you two been together? Are you married? Yes. Can you not tell? I don't have a wedding ring on at the moment, and I haven't worn my wedding ring for a long time. Why not? Because just not feeling it. No, I lost a lot of weight from my wedding day. And I don't wear. Why are you wearing yours? Now, again, this could be people talking about why you're not wearing your wedding rings, but I have lost my wedding ring a couple of times almost and found it luckily. Oh my God, we found it. No word of a lie. We were sat in a field and we were like having like a bit of a picnic and everything. And Tim had run over to the arcades to use the loo and came back. But when he washed his hands and went to the loo, he put his ring in his back pocket. And when we sat down on the grass to have this picnic, the ring had fell out into the grass. And then when we got back in the car, Tim was like,
Oh my God, my ring. And then we were literally hunting for it. It was like a needle in a haystack.
luckily I
But
found
we
it.
found
But
it.
it's precious to me. That's why.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
what you're going to say. You're going to say, well, because you're married. But it is. It's so precious to me, and I've lost it so many times almost. I don't want to lose it again.
And mine are pretty much the same as that, though. It's just that because I've lost weight, my rings so many times have just slid off my finger. So my wedding ring needs resizing, and my engagement ring also needs resizing. But also there's a claw that's snapping off it, and they've said that they wouldn't risk it, so that's just sat there. But Tim has
just very quickly done before this goes off. I'm coming to Great Yarmouth in October. Have you been to the New Beach Hotel? Karen, thank you very much for your super chat. The New Beach Hotel.
That's a long bar.
Oh right, no, I haven't actually. You get a lot of coach tours there, so I haven't. No, I haven't. And it used to have an upside down pub. Do you remember that? That was pretty cool.
What, in the long bar?
Yeah, it used to be an upside down bar.
I don't remember that.
Just Cam Kill, also watching while studying for university. Last year, history student. My paper is also on the decline of seaside holidays in Britain. That's an interesting topic because there's two sides to that story. We live in Great Yarmouth in Norfolk on the east coast of England, and I would like to think that there has been a resurgence since lockdown of people coming to the seaside. Not only, like, February half term has just happened, and it's been busier than we've ever seen it in February. None of the holiday parks are open, but just generally people coming down. So yeah, that must be an interesting. I would love to get involved in talking to people about that, because I'm very opinionated about the Great British Seaside, and yes,
get involved. Infinite Flight.
You two make me feel right roundy. I had to say that.
Hey, do we? Actually, that could be a business opportunity.
Maybe it's one of the swingers we've been used to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Infinite Flight has sent in a super chat and says, will you plan to fly TUI again? Go Turkey. Not TUI. We're going to do another one though, aren't we?
We're planning to do a TUI holiday.
It was me that did TUI, wasn't it? You didn't do TUI.
Sorry?
I did Tunisia TUI, didn't I? Vlog.
No, but we've never done a TUI holiday. Like, vlogged it from my channel.
Not from your point of view, only on mine.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe. Because we were talking about doing something.
Am I wearing pyjamas?
Yeah. He wears pyjamas every night. Granddad style, Victor Meldrew.
This is...
Why is Gaby on water, Mel says. It's because I've got a really bad throat, and I'm not joking. I was singing last night and I've had a sore throat since New Year and it's just not getting better. So every time I have alcohol, it dries it out. And I've had plenty of that recently, that's for sure. So I'm trying to be good. That
can't be right. The Damien Hirst designed... Damien Hirst designed a room in Las Vegas which cost £70,000 a night. That's disgusting if that's true. It's just... This is the thing. Why would you want to spend more than a couple of £100 on a hotel room where you're only spending the night, that you can't check in till 3 o'clock and you have to be checked out by 10 o'clock the next day? It does make me think, why do the rooms charge so much? Like, look at the Ritz.
I just don't think you'll spend enough time in them to enjoy them.
Well, no, you don't. You don't get a chance to.
So I just can't warrant it.
I think that if you're going to pay for a room that's that much money, you should have it from 12 o'clock at least.
Like, to be fair, like, I know that we do these hotels for vlog value, but, like, for example, when we stayed in the Ritz...
Thank you, Heather. Appreciate that.
If you want to, like, fully... If you know, you're going to stay in the Ritz and you're going to spend that sort of money on the room, then... I don't really think it's worth going downstairs to go and have a meal, because you're taking all that time and attention away from the room that you've paid for. Because by the time you go down for a meal, you come back, you're half cart. Obviously, I'm not talking about us being half cart. I'm saying if anybody else went. And, like, you probably, like, have a bang and all that. And then the next thing you know...
you have a what?
Intercourse. And then nobody knows what the room was like at all, do they?
Mouse House says, new name for channel, Walk With Me Tim and Gabs. Also, we'd love to see more northeast hotels. Seaburn Inn on the Sunderland coastline. Oh, thanks for that. Nice tip. Gabby, buy yourself some Fisherman Friends. They're great for your throat. I don't see them for sale anymore.
My granny used to have them, Fisherman's Friend. She used to go, do you want a Fisherman's Friend? Like when we were on the way to Norwich, and I'd be like, what else have you got in that bag, Gran? I've got some humbugs.
Well, they work too. The best thing about the Ritz was the people watching you in the lobby. Do you know how much stick Gabby got for her dress? Too short.
Yeah, there were a few
That's what
people
they were
that
saying.
like did not like my dress itself.
No,
at
the
all,
water
and said
bottle-
It was not actually at the Ritz, but comments that we got on the actual
The
video.
water bottle is only just because I'm trying to make the screen look good, and like Gabby just put that in, and so it does look a bit. Yeah.
Sorry, I should have moved it. I apologise.
Any more plans on coming back to Dorset? Me and Gabby look around with Luke. Thanks for that. We love Dorset and Sandbanks. We always used to joke about, that'll be if we become millionaires. But I love people slate Bournemouth, but Bournemouth in the summer has got some beautiful beaches. Yes, it has gone downhill, but the town has gone downhill a little bit. But Bournemouth itself, where else would you want to be on a sunny day? It's like any other beach seaside in the UK. Someone just said very quickly about where do we book holidays? Is it better to book direct, or do you book it through a third party?
Whoever's the cheapest, I would say.
Well, especially this is with hotels as well. 9 times out of 10, if you book direct with hotels now, it is cheaper than going through booking.com or hotels.com. It's strange because what I do, if you go onto TripAdvisor, right? Go onto Google, type in the hotel that you want to stay in, and it normally comes up to the side. And then you can check the availability and you can check which is the cheapest company to go with. And most of the times now, because the hotels want your business direct rather than paying the extra charge to the third party, they offer a better rate. So especially with a lot of the hotels that I've gone to in America and in Dubai, book direct, it is cheaper. It never used to be, but it is cheaper.
Yeah.
And sometimes if you sign up to their loyalty program, you get a discount. So there you go.
Emma Arnold has sent a super chat and says, What are the
Wonderful,
best hotels you stayed in the UK?
The best hotels?
Well, I suppose what she means is your preference, personal preference, what you liked.
You see, there's so many. But, I mean, I like simple ones, like the Hamilton... is it the Hampton? Sorry, Hamilton. I always keep saying that. The Hampton by Hilton. I don't know why, but they're simple, they're clean, they're kind of modern. I kind of like those hotels.
No bed bugs.
I'm going to be honest. I used to love Premier Inns, as you know. Premier Inns was my go-to place, and I always used to have a great night's sleep in a Premier Inn. But ever since my unfortunate phobia of BBs and finding a couple in a couple of them, it's freaked me out. And as you know, because you say, "Oh, we'll just stay in a Premier Inn," and I'm like, no. But you can't tarnish them all with the same brush.
It's hard work, but I understand and I appreciate it. Mark Robinson has sent in his first super chat and says, would you visit Giraffe Manor in Kenya? Have you heard of that before, Giraffe Manor?
No, I haven't, Mark. But I tell you what, we are planning to do the West Midlands Safari Park, one of those lodges where you can see rhinos and other animals out in the wildlife. There's one in Kent as well, and they're getting really popular because you're in the UK. Holly, yeah, I would. And then, so they're getting more and more popular actually, because it doesn't feel like you're in the UK. You don't have to go to South Africa to go and see these because you can be immersive. But then there's people that will be moaning that the animals are subject to all that stuff. But I still think they still have their standards where the animals are safe and they're well afar from people and stuff like that. But more of those are coming.
Heather McLean has sent in their first super chat. Hello, Fumps. Fumps, come here. Fumps.
Heather.
Heather sent in a first super chat, and thank you so much, Heather. We appreciate your
Heather.
support. Thank you. That's really kind.
Hi, Tim and Gaby. Thanks for your videos. We love them. Careful, Casper.
Thank
you, Holly. I appreciate that.
An appearance, would it?
Could you please wish my son Finley a happy birthday? He turns 7 tomorrow. Karina.
Oh, Bobs.
Happy birthday to Finley. Casper just had a yogurt.
Say hi.
We can't do anything with this hair. Whenever we try to brush it, these curls just come back.
Say hi.
It's just horrendous.
Oh,
here we go. Carla says, hi both. Dunster in Somerset is a must visit. We recommend the Dunster Castle Hotel, Dunster Beach Chalets. It's really close to Butlins, Minehead. Noted.
Everyone. subscribe.
I watched the video. You both going to McDonald's over and over for 40 minutes. I love the banter between you two, says Zach. Don't break that, Vampies. That cost me. This was a rip-off, but it cost me a fortune.
Say rip off.
He'll probably eat it.
Can you say rip off? Close.
He said Nana the other day. His first words was Nana.
Yeah.
It was brilliant.
I mean, he says things like Dada, Mama, but it doesn't count, does it? That doesn't. But
RYEXO.
yeah, he picked up banana and went anana like that. So we were like, yeah.
Hi, Tim and Gabby. Would you ever go to the Hotel Chelsea? I think we did address that.
Yes.
I don't think Gabby would go. She doesn't know anything about this hotel. If I told her, she'd freak out. She doesn't know. I will tell her after the live because it's a little bit, you don't want to talk about what happened, but yeah, it's not a very nice hotel. There's no one's in it at the minute. Well, I can't whisper it.
Just tell me then.
Well, people that did some not very nice things stayed there, and someone was found dead
In a situation.
In a very weird situation, yes.
Okay, I can piece the rest together. Mouse House has sent in a first super chat and says, new name for channel, Walk With Me, Tim and Gabs. Also...
You're well behind, darling. I've said that.
I'm so sorry.
Are you okay, Casper?
Right,
Bless his little heart. He's all right.
All right.
Jeffrey says, have you been to the Grand Hotel? Which Grand Hotel are you talking about, Jeffrey? I knew you were a former radio presenter. Could tell by your high-quality presentation skills. Depends on who you ask, because sometimes people would say the complete opposite. We've got 1.7k people watching. Do hit the thumbs up.
Hi, Babs.
Is he getting bored of what he's watching? See, we used to do this upstairs. We brought it downstairs into the kitchen just to give a little bit of a slightly better...
Ooh, maybe an Oreo. Yeah.
I can't say I wouldn't like an Oreo either.
Puppies. Sorry, I'll be back.
Hi, Hannah. Hi from Chris and Hannah in Norwich. Did you go anywhere nice in Amsterdam? Going for a couple of weeks. Hannah, Amsterdam is really lovely. However, when I was there, the weather was atrocious. I did not go down to the red light district, if anyone's asking.
Good.
I did want to see what... How do I word this? I did want to see if it was like what I thought it might be, with people standing in the windows, and apparently it is. But I didn't. The hotel that I stayed in, the Crane Hotel, when I went out to dinner, so many people were going, what really happened? So basically, I was filming, but I was filming for 5 minutes, and they didn't notice that. This is what I film on, by the way. It is very, very small, and a lot of the time, you wouldn't notice it. But anyway, about 15 minutes after that, I was on my phone, like this, right? Like this. It wasn't this, so you can see the camera. It was like this. And I was just doing this. And then I could see, through the corner of my eye, this guy getting very irate. And then he came over.
Well, you were FaceTiming me, weren't you?
Yes, but then and he came over and he was talking Dutch and he was prodding me in the head like that. It was starting to annoy me a little bit. What I didn't then say in the video is his mate came over, who was a big guy, and I thought he was coming over to say to me, oh, don't worry about him. But he was like, I'm going to smack you in your face. And I was like, whoa, this is turning. And he was there. There was a couple next to me that went, whoa, 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 but they didn't get up and didn't want to get involved. So luckily the barman came over. And as I walked out, he literally kicked me. So yeah, I got out of there pretty quick. But I mean, to say that that's my first real interaction with people from Amsterdam, you can't tarnish everyone with the same brush. It's just unfortunately bad place at
They're
wrong
probably
place
just
at a
up
bad
their
time.
heads, weren't they?
No, I don't. Well, I don't know. They might have been.
Well, that's not thinking normally.
But
though,
all
is
I
it?
can say
It's
is
not irrational.
when you're traveling alone, because so many people say traveling alone, is it safe? And obviously, yes. But traveling, any kind of traveling, if you go, to a pub, it can happen anywhere. So, I mean, obviously, I'm not going to, North Korea or anything like that. This is just Amsterdam, but it can happen, unfortunately, anywhere you go, really.
Yeah.
Colour and chat with Joanna. Birthday hangover. The Peninsula Hotel. NY. OMG. Is that where you're staying, Colour and chat with Joanna? Thank you very much for your super chat. What do you mean? You got a hangover?
Andrew May has been a channel member for 3 months with Walk With Me Advance. Thank you so much for that, Andrew. We really, really appreciate your support. Carla Harvey has sent in her first chat and says, "Hi both. Dunster in Somerset is a must visit." You haven't read this one out, have you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I love this. Perky said, he sounded like a delight. Maybe
Crikey.
gift of a membership. Prikey. Sorry. I always feel like I'm going to say it wrong. The Crane Hotel is one of my favourite episodes. Do you know what? I didn't want to talk too bad about it because I met the owner. He was a really nice guy. But I read some other things online that said different. But I guess it's everyone's experience. But when you look at the plastic plants in there and certain aspects of it that weren't overly that high end for the price I paid, and you bear that in mind to other hotel things, yeah, I did think. I don't understand why it is so expensive, but it is a one-of-a-kind hotel. But then I say that, and then somebody said, well, there's 2 more Crane hotels. I was like, oh.
Craig Solo has sent in their first super chat. "Hi to me, Gabby. Will you go to any of the other British overseas territories like Bermuda,
Turks and Caicos? That would be amazing.
Yeah.
We were talking, I really want to do a sandals holiday with Gaby, but the problem we have is Casper, because at the minute he is still, how do I say this sensitively? He's still dependent on Gaby's pillows.
Boobs.
That Gaby can't be away from him, and you can't take a little toddler to a sandals. You can take her to a beaches, but not a sandals.
Also, I wouldn't want to go that far away from... Yes? Yes?
What are you telling us?
Go on, what, darling? Oh.
Should we take your bib off?
He's got chocolate chops.
Did you
chocolate
enjoy...
chops. You got chocolate chops. I think he's tired.
I know, and can we just say we're having a nightmare getting him to bed at night. We tried to put him to bed at 7:30 every night. It never worked. He now sometimes doesn't go to bed until about 11. He'll just keep crying. We get him out of bed. It's just a right nightmare. Innit, Casper? Still in the show. I'm a fan of your channel. Your content is awesome, and I like the place you should go and visit. Thank you very much, Peter. I appreciate your support.
I've got Oreo on my face.
Gaby, do you want to answer this one?
Where are we at? Sorry.
Saved by the Bell. I will leave that there. Hi, Tim. Have you done Italy? Yes, I was in Italy recently, but I haven't done like proper Italy, if you know what I mean. We keep talking about going to Venice, or you want to go to Venice.
I do,
You keep
so
dropping
badly.
hints.
My birthday's coming up, Tim.
Holly, could you just look after Thumpies for us? We asked Holly to look after Thumps while we're doing the live, and she just sits there on her phone. Good job. Teenagers. Hi, Tim. Would you consider doing a trip to Rome in Italy, some sort of travel vlog? Yes, definitely. I love Rome. I think Rome is a little bit... it's always busy to go to Rome, especially when you want to go and see the fountains. So I'd like to say... go to Rome in the winter, but it's one of these places, sorry about Thumpies, is always going to be very, very busy. Have I been to the Isle of Wight before? No, I'm planning to do that this year. We do this thing with Casper where he'll watch the telly and then get bored after a while with a certain thing that he's watching, so we have to change it over. And at the moment, it's basically non-stop in the house. I go to bed singing this stuff, and Gaby does it. We'll be having a coffee and we'll be miming it, murmuring it, singing it, and we're like, are you singing about Gabby's Doll's House, or... Is he all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
Craig, thank you very much for your super chat. You put a link there, obviously it doesn't show up on the screen. Great place to visit. I will check that out in a second. Did you ever do the Midland Hotel in Manchester where... Rollsby voice. He's never this noisy. Darling, you know what you should do? Put something on there. Why is he doing that? Gaby, you need to put something on that he will love. Put Elmo on. Sorry, I know this is live and obviously we have a 2-year-old, so I do apologise. Brian, I'm not quite sure what you mean, but the Midland Hotel in Manchester, well, Rolls meets Royce. I'm not quite sure what you mean about that. Wow, Trev, I really appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Have a glass of vino on me. I feel like after the live I will do. Oh, thank you, Wesley. You might be surprised because there'll be some people going, can you please, when we're live, there's not much we can do. We normally do it upstairs. Ben, he has got the Elmo slide. And he does get very excited about it. Can you hear him? Is he singing? I don't know if you remember, once we did a live and the Tesco food shop arrived. That was in the early days. Do you remember that? And Gaby's bum was right in shot. It was brilliant.
I don't even know where we're at. I'm so sorry.
Tim, fun fact. My father and I, whenever we see each other, we make a point of discussing your latest videos. Our mutual interest in your stuff keeps us close. I appreciate that.
Did you?
I'm glad that helps you with your relationship.
Yay!
This is what we're saying about West Midlands Safari Park. Yeah, definitely.
Did you get this
one? No.
BCTV and different videographer with opinions has sent in a super chat and says, happy birthday, Finley. Big happy birthday to Finley.
Happy birthday, Finley.
Sending you lots and lots of love.
Matt says, all right, both of you, been watching since your visit to Tenby. Wow, was that last year or the year before? I love Tenby.
That's up north, isn't it?
I loved it much there, and my wife booked up straight after watching and loved it. Tenby's really lovely.
Yeah, I like it.
You should go and check it out.
Carl Threlfall has become a Walk With Me beginner, so welcome on board.
Thank you.
Life on the Ocean Wave has said hi to Gaby, want to meet up in Blackpool.
We'll try and do that this time.
Yeah, we will definitely
Jammy
try.
Dodgers or an Oreo? Jammy Dodgers for
Depends
me.
on your mood, I think. Yeah, maybe a Jammy Dodger, because Oreos can get a bit bland after a while.
No, they can't. I can't have enough of them. Will I ever travel to Ireland? Daniel, I am planning to do it.
Alex Calorie, first super chat. Did Ryanair get back? ? Passport was unfortunate. It's a good question, actually.
This is the problem that I have at the minute, because my passport runs out in May 2025, but it's not about when your passport runs out, depending on which airline you travel with. For example, Ryanair want to have 12 months from your issue date, and don't let your holiday be ruined this year by not double checking that, because as we've come to realise, when you're at the gate, they will not care that you've got a holiday booked and you've planned it for years or whatever.
That still stresses me out thinking about it.
So what you must do, right, if you're planning a trip, just double check your passport, but don't look at the end date of your passport. I know that most people say, well, if you've got 6 months on it, you'll be all right. It all depends which airline you go with, because some of them won't. And Ryanair have this thing where they want to do a year from the issue date. The issue date. So not the end date of your passport, the issue date when it was given. And that is what confuses a lot of people. Yeah. So you need to just double check that. And I keep forgetting that as well. I think that this year,
I can imagine this summer, because obviously that's when it's busy period. I can imagine so many people getting caught out with that, and I'm going to feel for all these families so much, because it can be overlooked so easily. So
I've seen it happen recently.
Hopefully we've spreaded a little bit of awareness on that factor.
Well, so many other people, I'm not going to have much people saying, but so many people have, like Simon Calder, he did it and was talking about it, and it's one of those things where you just need to just make sure that you just check your passport, so you know what you're...
So you know where you're at, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably best.
But the thing is, I hate to say this, but with Ryanair, if it ain't one thing, it's another. So if it's not your passport,
but darling, listen,
else.
I know that there's a lot of people...
I've had so many issues
I know,
over
but
years.
Let's face it, right, let's be honest. If you do everything by the book and you read all their rules and regulations...
Yeah,
it will be fine, and they're still the cheapest airline to go with.
Until you do something that you think is right, which they have decided isn't.
But, as you say...
Because that has happened, that's what I'm saying. You think you can have all your ducks in a row, how can I go wrong? And lo and behold, something will catch you out, and you're like, I would have had no idea about that. And it's in the terms and conditions, is it? I don't really recall ever seeing anything about the passport. Did you?
No, but I know that it's been going on for a while.
You should have pre-warned me then.
Well, I did, didn't I? I did say to you, previous to it, but we kind of got everything was so busy. I said
No, we
must
knew
check.
that there was 3 months. We knew 3
No,
months,
but
not
it was all
6.
confusing as to whether it's 6 months, 3 months, or it's from the issue date, a year from the issue date, which has got nothing to do with your expiry
No, but
date.
they also said it was 6 months as well, wasn't it? And everybody was saying, well, actually, to fly there, it should be 3. Can't you remember?
Yeah, but
Right,
it just
it was
gets
6
so
months, 'cause-
confusing.
That's what I'm saying to you. If you think that with Ryanair, you've got everything all sort of lined up, just be careful because you might not.
Yeah.
And you
just
won't realise.
And I tell you what, the worst thing is that if you're trying to ring them up and ask the question, don't do this, because you can get misinformation where they will tell you something on the phone. We've had this, and then you get to the airport, and then they'll completely say, "Well, no, that's wrong," and then you're like, "Well, that person told me it was okay." What? And then it's no. We've had it where I can't remember what it was, and you can't argue with them because they'll say, and then you got.
It was Holly's because we were going somewhere, and there was a time limit on Holly's as well, and we rang up Ryanair service desk. Or whoever it was on the other end, customer service. Hello, Bubba.
He just comes in and has a chat and then goes away again. Bless his little heart.
So we rang up customer service desk and they said, well, it should be this. However, when you get to the airport, it is the people on the gate's discretion. And we were like, but how can that be? Surely you've got one rule above the board. And they went, well, it should be this, but it might not be. And we were like, so we're gambling then. Yeah, it was so annoying.
Tracy, sorry, but can you say hello to Andrew Clark from Coventry, please? As I know he would love to hear you shout out his name, as me and him love watching your videos, Tim.
Hi to Andrew Clark.
Well, sorry, I don't understand. The reason that the audio is I'm using audio from the MacBook, which I'm actually using to do this, so that's why. That's why the audio might be a little bit quiet, and when an advert comes on for some reason, which it just did, I apologise. That's why the advert was louder, because you probably turned it up really loud, probably just.
Craig Cargill has sent in a super chat. It's a link for a hotelbookings.com. Great place to visit, Tim. So we'll have a look at that later, definitely. Craig. Thank you.
Christine, thank you very much for your support. Can you say hello to Calvin, as he loved watching your videos? Hi, Tim and Gabby. Do either of you work between videos? It must be very expensive going on holidays so much. Ha, 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 ha. Liam, remember, I know I keep saying this, but a lot of the time, all the time, when I do the videos, they're not a holiday. I'm actually filming the videos for YouTube, and I'm looking through the lens the whole time. I don't get to really enjoy it. For example, the trip that I've got, so just to put it into context, right, because everybody goes, it's a dream job, which it is, but it is still a job. I've got Dubai booked. I'm there for three full days, and I'm planning to do 3 different hotels whilst I'm there. And obviously trying to get the whole experience. It's non-stop filming. And I'm looking through a lens, and I don't really get a chance to be in the moment. And I've so many times
I think he knows that. I think that's why, like he said, "Lol." I think he knows that.
I've said so many times to you, I want to come back on holiday.
Is there anything else that you do as well as YouTube? Just sort of like adding in there. And I think that's the way I did it.
I don't have time.
I know.
I try to have a marriage.
Your life. Well, yeah. Try. Okay. But I have a job in between. So.
Do you? What's your job, Gabby? Just in case no one knows.
That's all right. I'm sure you all do know.
We'll talk about that in a minute, actually.
OnlyFans, of course. Follow me. I'm joking. It's a joke.
I would follow you if he was on there. Hi, guys. We love the channel. Following I Am from Tenby, Wales. Check out Bluestone Park. It's like Centre Parks with log canoes. Absolutely fantastic. Warren and Katie. Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate that. Thanks for your super chat.
Oh,
definitely look out for that. Luke, just very quickly, hello, love the videos. Would you ever visit the Charles Lindbergh Hotel in Germany? Great theme park and great hotel. Do you know there's one hotel that I'm planning to bring you this year, and that's the Stanley Hotel, the Shining Hotel, the one that inspired the movie by Stephen King.
Germany?
No, it's not in Germany. Sorry, I know this is but it's in a I think it's in the Rockies. In America, and it's really difficult to get to, so I'm planning it, but I'm just trying to figure out where I fly to and how long it's going to drive to get there. But
you're scared.
It also, it does. I am planning to do a few more haunted hotels, but when you go on your own, it is really freaky. I'm not going to lie. Although when I'm recording, I kind of like feel like I'm not on my own, but as soon as I stop recording and I have to go to sleep, I can't do it. I have to sleep. You know, when I stayed in that hotel, you know, the hotel in Vegas, the Clown Hotel, and the Mispa Hotel, which are on the channel if you missed them, America's most scariest and America's most haunted hotel. I couldn't sleep a wink, and I did have the lights on, and the fact that there was a draft from the window that was making this weird noise all night was just. But I didn't see anything.
Trevor has sent in a super chat and says, "Have a glass of vino on me." Thank you so much, Trevor. Chloe has sent a first super chat and says, "Hi Tim, would you go to the Albania? Love you."
Go to Albania.
Yeah, well, yeah. Would you go to Albania?
What's in Albania to go? Tell me.
Let us know. Fill us in. City of Gloucester.
Well, Gabby gets her teeth back in. Hi, guys. Have you ever considered visiting the Isles of Scilly? I am planning to do that this year, just off the coast of Cornwall. I think you'd love it. Yes, I am definitely planning to go and stay as well there. That'd be nice.
City of Colchester.
Yes.
Says, Tim, would you go to Lincoln? Perhaps a city break.
Lincoln? We've been to Lincoln loads of times. Haven't we?
Lincoln?
I've been No, I drive through Lincoln to get a Skegness.
Yes.
Ish.
Yeah, but we don't.
I've been out on a night out in Lincoln once.
It's got a nice church there, haven't they? Or cathedral.
Mm-hmm. It's big. You can see it from a mile away. Or more than that, actually.
Scene Wallach has sent in a first super chat and says, "Massive."
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you took your time to say that, darling.
I thought I'd better on this one because this could go pear-shaped. Massive fan. Can we get more travel day vlogs?
Yes, well, there's a travel day vlog coming up that I hope that you'll watch because it has cost me more than I've ever spent on a video. And I might have to get a sponsor for that. Just very quickly on sponsors, I don't do many sponsors. All the chips that I do are obviously self-funded. So obviously I am planning to incorporate a few more sponsors just to help me with the cost of the videos, because you can probably understand that they are costing a lot. So I know that some people might say, "Oh, sponsors," but it does, well, like a lot of creators, it does help us out when we pay for things. And I'm very selective with who I would choose. So I'd only ever choose a sponsor that I would believe in. I don't just pick a random sponsor that would come up and say, "Just I'll give you this much money." Just it's only either related to travel or something that I do believe in. Because
you turned one down the other day, didn't you, actually?
I did. I turned down one that was quite a lot of money. And I was like, it's not quite right for the channel. So
because it would just be random, wouldn't it?
Don't mention it though, Dan.
Oh, no, I'm not gonna. No.
But it was really random.
For a minute there, when you said don't mention it, I thought mention the word random.
What?
Random. The word random. You know that word, right? Random.
By the way, somebody reached out and said about doing a game of bingo with the words that I use a lot in the video, and I thought that was quite funny. Feel free to do it.
Chalky says, "You ever think about visiting South Korea?" What?
No, that's not North Korea. That's South Korea.
Oh, right.
South Korea's. Yeah, don't get confused.
I don't know. I thought they were all the same.
I have thought about going to North Korea actually, because there's some funky hotels there I'd love to go and check out. My husband and I love watching your videos, Tim. Please shout out to Karen and Crimea Wilkinson. Gabby, how do you say that? Is that Crimea?
Graham. That's Graham.
How embarrassing. No, but that's not how you spell Graham though, right?
Yeah.
There's normally a H.
Yeah, they can be, but I suppose it depends.
I'm sorry, I apologise. I am very slightly dyslexic, so that's why.
We're both having a bit of a blip day, aren't we?
And my spelling. I have made the odd spelling mistake before on odd video, but I try to keep... How many times do I say to you, Gabby, can you just check the spelling on this?
Yes, most times. Not in a rude way,
okay.
But, you know, it is a little bit of team effort there. You know, it's... Yeah, but do you know what? Good on you for actually saying it. There are lots of people that have like difficulties with things like that. So I think
but you
it's
don't hear
important.
that.
That's
You don't hear
important to
many
talk about
people.
it.
You don't hear many people actually talking about dyslexia. And
No,
that
you don't. But I
kind of-
think it's because a lot of people probably don't feel too confident to come forward about it. But I just think
Well,
that
we live in a society where you can come forward and say everything about.
yeah, you can
know,
say it to
anything,
us. We
so,
don't care. We don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, I say it just so you don't think I'm that stupid, but that's the reason. Anyway, going into it too much now.
Luke
Digging a
O'Neill,
hole.
Luke O'Neill has sent in a super chat and says favourite three.
Are you drunk? Have you had like alcohol? There's water in here.
Vodka in here.
Really?
No. Favourite three.
What are you trying to say, darling? What are you trying to say?
Theme park.
Favorite theme park?
That's good. Favourite.
Six Flags, Magic Mountain, California. Here we go. Can I just address this first, please? Hi, Tim. Do you not get lonely alone on holiday? Even though it's not holidays.
Holiday.
The answer to that question is yes. I get incredibly lonely, and the worst thing is Gabby's so busy sometimes doing her own thing back home. I want to message her or FaceTime, and she sometimes don't have enough time. And it's one of those things where when you do travel alone, it is very lonely. Yes, because sometimes there's difficult flight times where you've got to lay over for a little bit longer, or you have to. You can't go there, Mister. Did you end up getting bed bugs from the incident? I don't want to tempt fate, actually. Hi, Tim and Gabby. Love your videos. My boyfriend says, would you ever visit the Falkland Islands? As he's a local and will love to show you around. That's actually that's one to definitely put in the book. As a person living in Clacton, I'm happy to see your video. I'm happy for people for actually appreciate and understand the architecture and the beautiful pier. Clacton on Sea. I haven't been back to Clacton for absolutely ages. Have you ever thought about visiting places in Africa? Interesting. In fact, actually, we were talking about South Africa the other day, Cape Town. Warren, have you any plans for Scotland? I did do Edinburgh, but yes, I haven't done too much Scotland. Do you use reward cards, schemes, or credit cards to collect points? Like, do you know what? I'm actually really rubbish with stuff like that. I should do. I don't even collect miles. I did a flight with Virgin Atlantic and I should have joined their flying club, but then I always think to myself, well, I won't probably fly with them again. And then lo and behold, typical, you will. And yeah, but yes, you should. I do tend to sign up to some of these rather expensive hotels when they do a loyalty scheme, just because they do add an extra discount when you sign up to the final bill. So you've got to do it, haven't you? Where did you get Casper? We're going to go in a minute because I think Casper's getting a little bit. He needs his milk. Where did you get Casper's
Not from
nickname
me. I didn't breastfeed before bed.
No, not anymore. Casper's nickname was basically when we was going through IVF. And by the way, if you want to follow that journey, Gabby's got it all on her YouTube channel. And we saw a little heartbeat and Thumper was born. Devilcast, thank you for gifting your channel membership.
Thank
I appreciate your support. Just last couple more quick questions as well. Wow, Laurie, thank you very much. This is a great channel with the words great in capitals. And the mods didn't hide that.
Brilliant.
Would you go to Mars in the future? Yes, I would also go to the moon now that I think originally Premier Inn were wanting to have the first hotel on the moon. I still think their plans are to do it. So if they ever do, and I know that commercial flights or commercial trip to the moon has recently happened, isn't it? And so many people were saying, isn't it amazing that, you know, back in the 60s we had this live shot of the moon, but now the footage was all pixelated. And that does make you think. No, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but it was because it was done live from the moon. But wasn't it done live from the moon in 1968? I don't know. Don't talk about conspiracy theories. You'll have me here all day about the moon landings.
Tom says, Tim, could you do an update visit to Caister-on-Sea? The Haven, has been through a pretty big upgrade since the last video. Maybe a walk around Caister again as well, beach and high street, etc.
I'm not planning to because not really much has changed. You being a Caister girl, has much changed?
What, the holiday park, Haven?
Well, no, that was just generally on Caister.
No, Caister hasn't really changed much.
And to be
Nothing
honest, the
changed
channel
in
has moved on a
Caister.
little bit because there was a lot of people that originally, and I thank you so much if you have been with the channel from the beginning, that used to watch the walks along the seaside. Obviously, the channel has progressed, and you have to progress and just evolve just to keep things relevant. Because I think if I continue just doing what I did when lockdown was happening, the channel would become stagnant. And the reason why they were popular then was because people couldn't get out. And I'll still kind of keep those somewhere in the videos as I always do, but not to the extent as I used to.
Chels says, would you ever go to Japan?
Agree. Yes, I am planning that. Here, Gabby, would you do an in-person meet and greet? It'd be great for all the channel members to get together, says Carla.
Well, I don't mind.
No one would turn up, probably.
Somebody's next to you.
Amber says, long-time subscriber. Here, really enjoy watching. Sad when the lives end. It's my birthday. Is it your birthday today, Amber? Happy birthday. So I do keep the lives up for 24 hours and then I allow the channel members to see it for longer just because I don't want to get the channel confused because people haven't seen the channel before. This gets recommended to them. They don't understand it. So that's why I keep them up for about 24 hours for you to watch, and then that's why. But if you want them up for longer, I might keep them up a little bit longer. I know. I think too much about it.
Yeah.
Because you always say you're so anal about, stuff, videos and that, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah. Prikey says, if you do a meet and greet, she would turn up.
The only person.
Just be us, me, Tim and Prikey.
How many thumbs up have we got before we go? Well, we got to 1,000 thumbs up, so that's amazing. And amazing, we've had...
That is amazing, thank you.
I think we had a total of 1,700 people, which is absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for joining us in our kitchen tonight on the east coast of England. We hope you enjoyed the live. If you do like the Sunday chats, do tell me. And, I'll do one every couple of weeks or something. Do you like doing the Sunday chats?
I do, yeah, I really, really do.
That's a no.
I like him. I do like him. Sorry, it's just because I've got a really sore throat.
Oh, bless you, darling. You have a nice swig of water.
When's Gaby due? Do I look pregnant, do I?
How many people can you fit in? I love this one. Can we just quickly, before we read this, how many people can you fit in your shower? We don't have a shower. It's a none.
No, we don't have a bath either. We don't actually have anything like that, do we?
And we wash out of a bucket. Okay, so very
I
quickly.
have a toilet down the end of the garden.
Judy said, what's Gab's YouTube? Gabby's is Gabby Starbuck. Go and check her YouTube out. She does videos on there. She's also does coffee mornings where she puts the worlds to rights every Monday, isn't it?
Well, last week was a Tuesday because I try to keep it to a Monday, but it all depends on, like sometimes I've got things going on or something like that. So we might adjust it a little bit, but tends to be a Monday. But come on over. It'd be nice to have you over.
Out and about with David. This is a chat test. I'm not sure if my comments are being seen. Sorry about David.
Zach says, hi Tim, do you think Casper will take over your channel in the future? Also, do you know Tim from Wales?
I don't know Tim from Wales, but if I continue to do YouTube for longer, wouldn't that be really lovely? If, for example, I could continue doing YouTube for longer, Casper grows up, and if he wanted to, I would hand it over to him.
I know. I can imagine him say, Daddy, I don't want to do YouTube. I want to watch Gabby's Doll's House.
But he might want to get a proper job, Gabby, and be like a doctor or
a singer.
Just very quickly before we go as well, to Butlin, Skegness tomorrow with our 1-year-old advice. Just have fun.
Take some pot noodles with you.
Oh, yes. I would say if you want to, don't buy food on the park.
Yeah.
Go to Tesco beforehand. That you can do that. They don't say you can't bring your own food in. They do into the clubs in the evening, but definitely buy some food, and because camp prices, is what we always say, are quite expensive.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you've got to love Butlins. It's great. but it is standard with some of these holiday parks, you know, that are self-catering, that the food isn't incredible in some of these restaurants. So, you know, yeah, just have some standby grub.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to say goodbye. Don't forget there's a new video coming up on Friday, and I'm going to attempt to stay in another airplane hotel, but this one is slightly different, and you're going to probably be like, wow, because I was. The only thing I was gutted about is I was going to do a flying lesson the next day. Probably Gaby would be glad that I didn't, but that didn't go ahead. Yes, and we'll be live Blackpool next weekend, so I don't know whether it's going to be Friday or Saturday, but we will let you know. And if you're in Blackpool, come and say hello. And we love Blackpool, and hopefully it won't be too windy. But we've got these mics with things on them now, so
yes, that's cool.
So have a great week. If you can, watch Gaby's Coffee Morning tomorrow.
Oh, Harry, thank you so much for your super chats.
Oh, thank you, Harry. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Good night, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. If you're watching Dancing on Ice or the Big Brother hasn't started yet, is it?
I don't know.
No, it hasn't. It starts March.
If you haven't got anything to watch, just watch one of our vlogs.
Of course. No, no.